Hello everyone, today we'll be learning how to make these hats. So to start off with, in order to make this, start off by taking cloth in these measurements exactly. Now afterwards, make sure that the width is the same as well. Now once you have taken these measurements out and cut them out, make sure that all of the sides are even. You may cut out the paper in this double fold as such in order to make it easier for you. After doing this, you may place it on the cloth that you desire and then cut it out in the shape. Make multiple of these as you can see and then fold it over and stitch it together. For each piece that you stitch together, add a lining to each of them as such. Now add a cloth onto one part of it and then make 3 of them together and then stick another top part on top of this. Now add another layer at the top with a different design and then make multiple cuts in the corners as such. Once you reverse the side, this is what it should look like. Join the two together as such and then put it under the sewing machine in order to form the running stitch or the hemming stitch. Do this all throughout so that you form your hat and then make multiple layers as most of these sun hats do. This will be the final look of your bucket hat. It is reversible in nature. You may also do it with different designs. Now we'll be learning how to make the small pouch. For this, start off by taking some black cloth along with some jean material. Make multiple squares out of it, cut it out and then make it into this shape. Add 4 layers to it as you can see. Once you're done with this, stitch all of this together. Cut off one of the top portions of it as such. Make it into a slightly curved cut as you can see. Now add black lining to it as such. This will be the portion of the zipper and then sew it in using your sewing machine. Do this on one of the sides to begin with and afterwards begin to do the same on the other side. Stick the second portion of it as such. Now once you're done with this, take another portion of this and then line it in this corner. Once you have done this, add another inner lining to it as such and then stitch it in. Reverse the side of the cloth as such. Once again, once you have done this, add the zipper to it and then join it up in the center as you can see we have done. This zipper should come most of the way through as such. As for the sides, once more reverse the side of your cloth. Join it together and then once you have done this, you may begin to sew it in once again. This will be the inner lining. Join the top as such, join the sides so that there are no open gaps left. Now after you have joined all of this, stitch it all together and then reverse the side of the cloth as such. Once you have done this, you may close it as you please along with the zip that you have created. The last portion of the cloth that is left, you may stitch this using the sewing machine. After this, you will be done. Now you may add little things such as pencils and pens and other such things such as money. It is also small enough but also large enough in order to hold your earphones and other such things. Next, we will be learning how to make this bag. So in order to do this, firstly, we will start off by taking our desired cloth and then using the markings that we have just shown, fold it according to this. Keep a small marker or indicator on the sides and then cut it out according to this. Add the shape of a little bear at the top and then stitch it together. Taking a ruler, add the handle right in the center. Afterwards, fold the bottom portion upwards as such. Now using the sewing machine, begin to stitch this portion of the bag in. Now do the same onto the other side as well. You should be left with a gap at the bottom. This will be there naturally so. Now in the bottom, join the two sides together as such and then sew the two together. Now reverse the entire bag and then this is what you should be left with. Now taking some blue cloth material, do the same process, however lift the bottom upwards as such. Now once you're done with this, do the same onto the other side. Now once you have done the other side, you may move on to the bottom. Fold it over and then make this the base and then sew it together using the sewing machine. Do this on both the sides. Finally, once you are done with this is what it should look like. Insert the first portion into the second portion as you can see. Now join the two parts together as such and then begin to sew them together. This will add as another layer to the initial bag that you have created. Now once you have gone all around with this, you may finish it off and then conclude the stitch by adding a little knot to it. Now using the small gap that is remaining, reverse the entire bag and then this blue portion will go inside and act as the lining. Once you reverse it, this is what it should look like. You may adjust the bag as need be and then for the last portion of it that is not yet stitched, you may stitch this in using the sewing machine. Don't forget to add your handles to your bag. Next, we will start off by taking some leftover cloth. Now we have cut top into half and then fold it over as such. Use the chalk in order to demarcate your top and then cut off this portion of it. Now, taking both the sides, in the top and the bottom, take the corners as such and in order to ensure that there is no rolling, make sure that you flatten it out. Fold it into half and then, using some chalk, make a marking right in the center mark. Now, fold over the sides as you can see. Once you have folded over one of the sides, this is what it should look like. Then move on and fold over the other side. Once you have folded over both the sides, add them under the sewing machine and then begin to stitch right through them. Now take the other side of it and then repeat the same step. Now once you have finished this side as well, cut off the excess portions of it that are left out. Now reverse the entire piece of cloth. Don't forget to stitch in the sides as well. This is what it should look like. Now once you are done with this, begin to take the gaps that are present and then fold it over and then sew this in as well. Once you are done with this, you may roll it upwards and then make it look like a little beanie. Add a little decorative piece at the top as well. We have chosen to add a little bear. Now we'll be learning how to make these gloves as well. So in order to do this, start off by taking a cloth, fold it into half as such. Now take it once more and fold it once more. Leave it as be and now trace out the shape of your hands. Do this without the nail portion of it and do this until where you want the glove to come. Now cut out the portion of it that you want to be stitched as such. Before this, give your markings for the same. Once you're done with this, cut it out accordingly. Use a pair of scissors in order to do so. Now once you have cut it out, adjust it and then reverse it so that the right side is on top as such. Now put your hand through it and then ensure that it gives you some sort of warmth. This will be the final look of our gloves. Thank you for watching.